Hello students, welcome to Standard 12th Chemistry by Sujata Miss, Fatima Convent High School. Unit 3, Electrochemistry. Electrolytic cells and electrolysis. In an electrolytic cell, external source of voltage is used to bring about a chemical reaction. This is an electrolytic cell. Here electrical energy is transformed to chemical energy in the cell. Now here redox reaction takes place by supplying electric current and does not take place on its own. That is, the reaction is non-spontaneous. Now both the electrodes are dipped in the same vessel containing solution of electrolytes or molten salt. The electrode which is connected to the positive electrode of the battery is called as anode, and oxidation takes place there, and similarly the electrode which is connected to the negative electrode of the battery is called as cathode, and reduction takes place there. Here there is no salt bridge. One of the simplest electrolytic cell consists of two copper strips dipped in an aqueous solution of copper sulfate. If a DC voltage is applied to the two electrodes, then Cu2 plus ions discharge at the cathode, that is a negatively charged electrode, and the following reaction takes place. So as you can see, reduction takes place at cathode. Cu2 plus 2 electrons gives you Cu. Copper metal is deposited on the cathode. At the anode, copper is converted into Cu2 plus ions by the reaction. So Cu forms Cu2 plus 2 electrons. So here oxidation is taking place at anode. Thus copper is dissolved, that is oxidized at anode, and deposited, that is reduced at cathode. This is the basis for an industrial process in which impure copper is converted into copper of high purity. The impure copper is made an anode that dissolves on passing current, and pure copper is deposited at the cathode. Many metals like Na, Mg, Al, etc. are produced on large scale by electrochemical reduction of their respective cations, where no suitable chemical reducing agents are available for this purpose. Sodium and magnesium metals are produced by the electrolysis of their fused chlorides, and aluminium is produced by electrolysis of aluminium oxide in the presence of cryolite. Quantitative aspects of electrolysis. Michael Faraday was the first scientist who described the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. Faraday's law of electrolysis. First law: the amount of chemical reaction which occurs at any electrode during electrolysis by a current is proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through the electrolyte solution or melt. You can say that the amount of product produced at the electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed. That is, if W is the mass of the product produced and Q is the quantity of electricity passed, then you can say that W is directly proportional to Q. Second law: the amount of different substances liberated by the same quantity of electricity passing through the electrolytic solution are proportional to their chemical equivalent weights. Now, chemical equivalent weights is equal to atomic mass of the metal upon, that is divided by, number of electrons required to reduce a cation, that is atomic mass upon number of electrons is equal to equivalent weight. Now what does second law say? It says that if the different electrolytic cells containing different electrolytes are joined in a series and same quantity of electricity is passed through them, then the amount of products obtained at the electrodes are directly proportional to their equivalent weights. Suppose W is the mass of product obtained and EQ is the equivalent weight of the product, then W is directly proportional to EQ. If I is the current and Q is the quantity of electricity passed, then Q is equal to IT. This is what you have to remember for numericals. Q is in coulombs and I is in ampere and T is in second, where T is the time. The amount of electricity or charge required for oxidation or reduction depends on the stoichiometry of the electrode reaction. For example, Ag plus electron gives you Ag. Now here 1 mole of electron is required for the reduction of 1 mole of silver ions. So here we know the charge on one electron is equal to 1.6021 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Therefore, the charge on 1 mole of electrons will be equal to 1.6021 into 10 raised to minus 19 into Avogadro number, that is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23, which will be equal to 96487 coulomb per mole. This quantity of electricity is called Faraday and is represented by the symbol F. So for calculations we use 1 Faraday is equal to 96500 coulomb per mole. That is, we use this 1 mole as 1 Faraday and it will be equal to 96500 coulomb. For the electrode reactions, Mg2 plus 2 electrons gives you Mg and Al3 plus 3 electrons gives you Al. We can see that 1 mole of Mg2 plus and Al3 plus require 2 mole of electrons, that is 2 Faraday, and 3 mole of electrons, that is 3 Faraday respectively. The charge passed through the electrolytic cell during electrolysis is equal to the product of current in amperes and time in seconds. We discussed this. In commercial production of metals, current as high as 50,000 amperes are used, that amounts to about 0.518 Faraday per second. Now example 3.10. A solution of CuSO4 is electrolyzed for 10 minutes with a current of 1.5 amperes. What is the mass of the copper deposited at the cathode? Now over here it is given T is equal to 10 minutes. Now 10 into 60 will be equal to 600 seconds. So T is equal to 600 seconds. Charge is equal to current into time. Now current is given as 1.5 amperes. So 1.5 into 600 will be equal to 900 coulomb. Now according to the cathodic reaction, we have Cu2 plus 2 electrons giving you Cu. So here copper is deposited at cathode, so it is a reduction reaction. Now 2 mole of electrons, so 2 Faraday. We require 2 Faraday, which will be equal to 2 into 96487 coulomb. 2 to deposit 1 mole of 63 gram of copper. For 900 coulomb, which we got it over here, the mass of copper deposited equal to 63 into 900 upon 2 into 96487. You can understand in this manner also that coulomb is equal to 2 into 96487 gives you 63 gram. So 900 coulomb gives you how many gram? Cross multiplication, 900 into 63 upon 2 into 96487, which gives you equal to 0.2938 gram. So this is your answer. Products of electrolysis. Products of electrolysis depends on the nature of the material being electrolyzed and the type of electrodes being used. If the electrode is inert, for example platinum or gold, it does not take part in the chemical reaction and acts only as a source or sink for electrons. That is, exchange of electrons takes place on it, but it does not take part in the reaction. So here, on the other hand, if the electrode is reactive, it participates in the electrode reaction. Thus, the products of electrolysis may be different for reactive and inert electrodes. The products of electrolysis depend on the different oxidizing and reducing species present in the electrolytic cell and their standard electrode potential. Some of the electrochemical processes, although feasible, are so slow kinetically that at lower voltages these do not seem to take place, and extra potential, which is called as over potential, has to be applied, which makes such process more difficult to occur. For example, if we use molten NaCl, the products of electrolysis are sodium metal and chlorine gas. Here we have only one cation, that is Na plus, which is reduced at cathode and we get Na, and one anion Cl minus, which is oxidized at anode and we get chlorine gas. Now during electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride, here the solution is aqueous sodium chloride solution, the products are NaOH, Cl2 and H2. In this case, besides Na plus and Cl minus ions, we also have H plus and OH minus ions along with the solvent molecules H2O. So if aqueous NaCl solution is electrolyzed, Cl2 will be obtained at anode and H2 will be obtained at cathode instead of Na. How we will discuss. At cathode, there is a competition between the following reduction reactions. Na plus plus electrons gives you Na. H plus plus electron gives you half H2. Here they have given you the cell potential values. The reaction with higher value of E naught, that is a standard cell potential, is preferred, and therefore the reaction at the cathode during electrolysis is H plus plus electron gives you half H2. But here H plus is produced by dissociation of water, that is H2O gives H plus plus OH minus ions. Therefore the net reaction at cathode may be written as a sum of 3.33 and 3.34. That is H2O plus electron gives you half H2 plus OH minus. So here we get H2 at cathode. At anode, the following oxidation reactions are possible. Cl minus gives you half Cl2 plus electron. E naught cell is equal to 1.36 volt. 2H2O gives you O2 plus 4H plus 4 electrons. E naught cell is equal to 1.23 volt. The reaction at anode with lower value of E naught is preferred, and therefore water should be oxidized in preference to Cl minus. However, on the account of over potential of oxygen, reaction 3.36 is preferred, that is Cl2 is obtained. Thus we can summarize net reactions as follows. NaCl H2O gives you Na plus Cl minus. Cathodic reaction will be H2O plus electron half H2 plus OH minus. Anode Cl minus gives you half Cl2 plus electron. Net reaction you can write down as NaCl plus H2O gives you Na plus OH minus plus half H2 plus half Cl2. So electrolysis of molten sodium chloride gives sodium metal and chlorine gas, whereas electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride yields hydrogen and chlorine with aqueous sodium hydroxide remaining in the solution. The standard electrode potentials are replaced by electrode potentials given by Nernst equation to take into account the concentration effects. During the electrolysis of sulfuric acid, the following processes are possible at anode. 2H2O gives you O2 plus 4H plus 4 electrons. E naught cell is equal to plus 1.23 volt. And 2SO4 2 minus gives you S2O8 2 minus plus 2 electrons. E naught cell is equal to 1.96 volt. Now for dilute sulfuric acid, reaction 3.38 is preferred, but at higher concentrations of sulfuric acid, reaction 3.39 is preferred. Remember for MCQs. Today's homework will be in-text questions 3.10 to 3.12 and exercises remaining question answers, that is 3.12 to 3.18. That's end to today's video. Thank you and meet you in the next class.